Hi everybody, I hope that you're doing well. I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to jump on the live or not, or they're gonna get to the replay, but I'm gonna give everybody just a minute to jump on and see how you're doing. It's been a while since I've been live, so this is feeling a little weird for me. I apologize. And I was having some technical difficulties in the beginning, so I'm just getting all that stuff figured out again. So I just wanted to say hi. I'm going to give it a minute to see if anybody wants to come on. If not, then some of you might be watching this on the replay, which is awesome too. So I'm really setting the intention right now that it can be of the highest service for the most number of people, and also that anybody who needs this session is able to find it, and that it will be of service to them too. And everything will happen in everybody's highest good, and no harm can be done to me or through me because of this session. So all right, hi everybody, my name is Leah Cass and I am a intuitive life coach and consciousness mentor, and as well as an energy healer. I've been working a lot with people releasing trauma and really kind of working towards their best lives. I use a lot of mindfulness techniques. We use some spiritual stuff. We do some traditional cognitive behavioral therapy stuff because I do have a traditional mental health background, and I also have a lot of experience in the mental health industry. More specifically, I've also worked a lot with addiction. So that's kind of been my recent history. Now I'm working a little bit more full-time on my business because I want to have a bigger impact to be able to reach more people. So that is why I'm here. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on in the collective today, get back in the swing of things. Sorry, it's been a few months since I've been on. I had a baby over the last couple months. I've been a little bit busy with that. But it's time to pop out of mommy world and come back into all the other stuff that I've been working on and the stuff I was working on before she was born. So here we are. And I'm really excited to see you guys again. I really missed you. I've always loved our group and just interacting with our group. So please look forward to more lives. If you want to turn the notification buttons on, go ahead and click notifications. I think it's in the top of the group and you'll be notified every time I go live or something new happens or anything like that. So to get started, so I have been leaning a lot into the energy of the collective, and that is one of the things I do. And I'm trying to, this is hard for me coming out of the closet, but I do a lot of things outside of the more individual stuff that I do. And I'm often somebody who kind of feels a lot of the stuff that comes for the collective a little bit before the collective so that I can kind of help people work through it. So yeah, so one of the things that I've kind of been feeling into and kind of I've gone through the next couple of months, and I feel like the next collective of people is about to go through right now, is a lot of stuff around abandonment wounds, a lot of stuff about codependency, a lot of stuff around especially mother stuff. It's not all mother stuff, but a lot of stuff around mother stuff, and a lot of stuff really just around maternal lines in your family. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you today, and I wanted to send everyone a little bit of support energetically and also give you a little pep talk before we get started with that. So what's going on right now is, and here's the thing, I think I've said this a million times before, but I know I have some new people in the group. I don't expect anybody to have the same beliefs as me, and you're welcome here no matter what you believe, okay? I also encourage a healthy sense of skepticism when it comes to anything. There's no leader, there's no teacher, there's no one who should ever be telling you there's only one way to believe, there's only one way to do things. We all have a little piece of the puzzle that we're bringing in. So it's okay to even question me. I mean, I prefer that you don't be disrespectful in the group or anything like that, but I want you to kind of reach into your own intuition, and I want to lead you back to yourself. I don't want you to ever take everything that I say as gospel. There's no dogma here. You're free to believe whatever you want to believe in here. And I think that no matter what you believe, the stuff that I've accomplished over the years or bringing to the table over the years is still going to really benefit you in your journey. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay. I always want to say that, but I know I have a lot of new members, so I kind of wanted to introduce you to us a little bit too. So all I ask is that you're respectful of what other people believe. It doesn't matter what you do. And I want you here. You're welcome here. And we're not going to force you to be indoctrinated into anything. I promise you that. Okay. But anyways, on my end, with my beliefs, so kind of a lot of the earth is changing right now, and we can have a really big opportunity to change it for a good way. We can do it the easy way, or we could do it the hard way, right? So as we start to change, there's a lot of different energy hitting the earth, to put it very simply. And because of the different kinds of energy that hits the earth, it's kind of like we're becoming lighter, and as we become lighter, the dark parts of us are exposed, if that makes sense. So we're going through this huge shift. You've seen it with the COVID stuff. You've seen it with all the different protests against injustice that are happening. You're seeing it with, there's just a whole bunch of things that are going on right now, honestly, a whole bunch of things. that are kind of coming to light right now. And that's because we really have to look at who we are and what we've done in order to shift into a new world, right? And whether or not you believe that's something intentionally that's happening, we can look at it as an opportunity to do that. I think most of us want to live in a better world. I think most of us think there's always room for improvement. So that's kind of how I look at it. Like, whether or not you want to believe this is some like destined thing, or whether or not you want to believe that this is our chance to create it, it is our chance to create it. So, right now, there's been kind of a big reckoning, a reckoning meaning facing who we really are. And I think we're doing this on a very collective scale and just seeing what's happened in government and the big systems that we have and the people in power. And we're also looking at ourselves individually, okay? So we're having a reckoning where we have to sit with ourselves. How many people had to sit in quarantine with their own thoughts over the last couple of months and really face a lot of things they didn't want to face? We didn't have the distractions of being able to leave the house and go shopping and mindlessly spending money. So a lot of stuff has come up for people as an opportunity to heal during this time. And I apologize for sweating so profusely. But during the last couple of months, we've really been working hard on kind of having to face ourselves. That's our own internal reckoning. So I applaud you for making it through it. I applaud you if you've been able to kind of face a lot of those stuff. And I also want you to forgive yourself if you've kind of not been able to do that and you've been escaping it too. Because it's really, you're at your own pace whenever you're ready. Whenever it comes to the really heavy stuff, you don't necessarily have to like rush through it either, okay? I'm not one of those people who's going to be like, if you didn't start 3 side hustles during quarantine, you're a failure. You're not. It's okay to have taken a break. I needed the break during quarantine. I just had a baby and I was so burnt out from work and everything else that I needed that time to just sit and relax, and it reset me completely, and I'm so grateful for that. So keep that in mind too. Also, please note my quarantine hair that's happening. I need a haircut. But anyways, I've been feeling into this energy, right? And what's happening right now with the collective that at least I'm supposed to reach is a lot of energy around codependency, a lot of energy about feeling abandoned, a lot of energies about wounds from our mothers. And this may apply to you in different ways. So the abandonment from the mother's side could just be even losing your mother, right? It could be along the lines of just having to be in solitude and really sit with yourself whenever it comes to thinking about a lot of things. And if you really think about the way that life works, like how we start out life, you know, you're brought into the world through somebody's body. So you're almost an extension of them for a few months. And then you come out and you inherit all of the stuff that your mother and your father, but that's another topic, are carrying, okay, right? So a lot of times we end up carrying a lot of the generational trauma that's passed down from person to person to person and generation to generation to generation. And that's a lot of what we're really clearing right now. So none of this is about blaming mothers. As a mother now especially, I have a lot more empathy for any mistakes that were made because I know that we're all really trying our best. But at the same time, I think it's kind of taboo sometimes to look at that side because we know how much our mothers sacrificed and how much they did. So it's almost like if we acknowledge the parts of us that are wounded from that side, then we're going to struggle with feeling really guilty or ashamed or like we don't deserve it. And that's almost like a form of codependency too. You know, just thinking that other people's actions are responsible to us. But it makes sense that we're codependent on our mothers. Like, they're the ones who are supposed to keep us alive, right? So a lot of stuff might be coming up around that. Everybody's story is very different. But you know, if stuff starts to come up, I would really recommend looking on that side of things just to see if there's anything there, if that makes sense. Okay, so another thing that's really coming up is a sense of identity, because we've had a lot of these codependent patterns in the past. So we really have to focus on shifting our identity as we kind of figure out who we are when we start to lose that codependency. So we're kind of almost breaking away. Like, I keep seeing a vision of like an umbilical cord being cut. We're kind of breaking away from the old patterns that our parents have taught us and that we've had for generations and generations and generations. So the quote unquote millennial generation, although that's a narrow term, but just so you have like a frame of reference, a lot of what we're doing is cycle breakers. So we are just breaking the cycle. We've decided all of this is bullshit. Gen Z is kind of more bringing in the new world, but we are kind of like stopping the cycle. We're kind of cutting off the ties with the things that no longer serve us. So a lot of what's happening right now as we start to kind of like separate from all of that is also kind of going back and taking the anger that we have and like kind of turning it back towards forgiveness. So we're spending a lot of time figuring things out, and then once we kind of fully process and get to the other side, then we're starting to work a little bit more on the forgiveness side of things too. This is a slow process. It's not going to be easy, but that's kind of like what we're moving towards on the earth plane as of right now. So what we're going to do today is we're going to like kind of just do a little bit of like a meditation healing session. I'll be running energy if you want to receive it. You don't have to receive it if you don't want to. But I would just like kind of sit and relax into it. We're going to kind of allow anything to come up that needs to come up right now to come up, and allow ourselves to release it. Because like I said, we could do this a slow way, or we could do it an easier way. And sometimes doing that with a little bit of guidance and help and energetic support is a much easier way. So if you're able to, if you want to sit, if you want to like relax, if you want to just get comfortable, we're going to start doing that. I'm going to try to stop sweating, but it's probably not going to happen. And just kind of like let yourself get comfortable, let yourself feel whatever comes up. And one other thing, guys, after the session, if something happens and you start feeling really triggered, or if you start feeling like something came up that was too heavy for you to deal with, I want you to please message me personally, because you are not alone and you don't have to deal with that alone. If you don't have time to like sit with this, you're still going to get the energy as long as you set the intention that you do, but you can always come back to this. I'm going to be posting the replay. I'm going to send it out to everyone who wasn't able to make it. So don't worry about that. Okay. Also, hi everybody who's watching. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to say hi. I'm still getting back into the swing of things. So for today, if everybody just wants to sit down and relax and just really focus on your breath. And as we sit here, let's just all set an intention, individual. As I set the intention that the highest good of the group kind of comes to be throughout this session. Think about whatever your individual intention is. And I'll also set the intention that your individual intentions are going to be honored for this session. And just let yourself kind of clear your mind gently. Don't worry about stressing about it. Just clear your mind. Just start breathing in and breathing out. And just really start focusing on your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And just let yourself start to feel grounded and centered. As you breathe out, allow yourself to release all the tension that you're holding in your body. Release. As you breathe in, just breathe more bright white light coming into your body, and let it just start to fill you from your breath. Just bring that energy in through your breath as you start to breathe in and breathe out. And then start to connect your feet to the ground. Just start to really notice your feet and how they're feeling. Start to imagine roots growing from the bottoms of your feet down into the ground. All the while just allowing yourself to breathe. Allowing yourself to feel more relaxed as we settle into this session. And just knowing that all you have to do right now is open yourself up to receive. So breathe in and breathe out. And start to feel energy coming up through the roots that you've put in your feet, that you've grounded into the earth. Connecting to the earth's crystalline core. And just pull that energy up through your ankles and your calves and your feet. And just start to feel it coming up through your body. Feeling it cleanse and activate your DNA, allowing yourself to kind of release whatever's coming up. And just notice how you're feeling. There's no right or wrong way to feel. You may feel everything, you may feel nothing. It's okay. Every way is perfect. And take another deep, deep breath, pulling that energy up through your back, your lower back, your root chakra area. Starting to clear away a lot of the blockages in our root chakras involving this. You have a right to be here. Clearing out a lot of feelings of feeling unwanted. I'm feeling a lot of feelings of being unwanted here. And if you're starting to feel it, just allow yourself to kind of feel it. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to release, release. Taking deep breaths to really ground yourself, focusing on your feet, letting yourself feel your feet. Calling in some of my highest healing guides and your highest healing guides. Just to kind of surround you with love. Helping you see a different perspective of the things that have happened. clearing away any shame around any of the feelings that you might have related to mothers, codependency feelings, abandonment wounds, and trauma. And just holding space for whatever comes up right now. Just allow yourself to sit with it for a minute. Even if it's difficult, don't choke it down, don't repress it. There's no right or wrong, just kind of let it start to flow. This is going to be uncomfortable, and that's okay. Just breathe in and breathe out and let this start to release from you. I'm feeling a lot of tension in my heart area. I'm feeling like something's caught in my throat. So if any of you are feeling like that right now, just allow it to release. I'll continue to help ground your energy as you start to release. Put your hand on your chest if you need to and start to just feel your heart beating as you focus on your breath. Focus in and out. And just leave your hand on your chest for a little bit and just feel your heartbeat. You are love. You are loved. You love. There were no mistakes. You are not a mistake. And just keep letting that energy start to flow up through your sacral chakra and up through your solar plexus chakra and your heart chakra. And just feel it flow through your body if you're not familiar with the chakra system. It's all just names. It doesn't really matter. But as you do, just start to feel it relax you and release. And as we release, just let the energy start to fill up the spaces that we're releasing from. Feel the pureness of your soul. Feel how pure you were when you came into this world and perfect. And know that you still are. That is truly who you truly are. All the experiences on top that have made us different are just experiences. They're not who we are. So just breathe in and breathe out. And we're going to set the intention that we clear everything from all dimensions, lifetimes, and timelines. Removing it from our cellular memory. Asking for guidance to reframe our thoughts so we can break these patterns. And then just pull it up through your chest. We're just going to sit with it by your chest for a little bit, maybe putting your hands on your chest. And breathing in and breathing out. I'm just feeling a lot of the tension in your chest right now. So there's a couple people in here who might be feeling it in their chests. And that is okay. Just release whatever you can today. It's not going to happen all at once. Breathing in and breathing out. And just let that energy continue to fill you up through your body. Let it fill up in your head. Clearing out your throat space. Letting it continue to kind of burn through your heart space. Allowing the emotions to flow and just releasing them as they come. Not judging them. You are not your feelings or your thoughts. And just kind of feel that energy start to come out through the top of your head. And imagine it connecting up all the way into your higher self, whatever that looks like for you. And just really feel that connection, that essence of you. Calling in all the soul fragments we've lost from trauma. And just sitting for a minute, feeling your connection from your feet to the earth up into your higher self and knowing that in this moment you are whole. You can always return to this moment and be whole because you're always whole. Let yourself breathe in and out. Knowing you can come back to this meditation anytime you need to. We'll infuse it with extra healing so that the healing energy comes through again. And just let yourself breathe in and let yourself breathe out. Just letting yourself be at peace. If you're still having some negative emotions or positive ones, just notice them for what they are. Don't judge them. And we're just going to sit for a few more minutes as we let the energy flow. I know who you are in truth. I know what you are in truth. And I know how you serve in truth. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and just open your eyes and start to feel your toes and your fingers and start to wiggle and come back into your body. And just start to notice. And then if anybody's still on, if you want to tell me how your experience was, go ahead and let me know and we'll talk about it in the comments. And also, you know, if you're feeling okay, if anybody's not feeling okay and needs some extra support, please message me afterwards. Okay, this isn't me trying to sell you a session. This is, we'll support you. We don't open up wounds and just leave people to fend for themselves. So that's not what we do around here. Everybody okay? Okay. So, like I said, continue commenting. I'm going to watch the comments. I'm probably going to get off for a second, but I'll be there to answer, or send me a private message if you need to. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. I have a new system that I want to use on my website for bookings, and the back end is a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But if you feel that you want a private session with me, one-on-ones, we're going to start opening that up soon. We're going to be opening up some group coaching soon. I have a bunch of different projects coming up, so keep an eye on the group. A lot of exciting stuff is coming. I'm really excited to start working with people. And like I said, I'm going to get the link out hopefully by the end of tonight. And if anybody was interested in that, let me know too. I'll try to get it to you directly as well, because I've had a lot of interest in readings lately. Healing sessions. I can do Akashic Records readings. I can do multidimensional quantum healing over pretty much all dimensions and lifetimes. I do a lot of different things. Mindfulness coaching, just regular life coaching, intuitive readings, healing sessions, etc., etc. Usually what really happens is people book me and then we just kind of go in the moment with whatever you need, and that's perfectly fine too. So whatever you need is fine. I'm going to have different things on my website, but nobody gets stressed out if you don't know what to do. I'm going to have like a general option too. You can just pick that if you don't know what to pick, and we'll figure it out when we're together, okay? So I'm really looking forward to working with you. I love you so much, and I really thank you for joining me today, okay? I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.